that you could chase after that. So,
oh, that's one way to deal with it.
Whoa.
That's one person that the Droid does not want to get on top of.
Ooh. What is more Indonesian than a Karita pick in mid?
One representing the hopes of a region one step away from reaching top 8 for the first time. Only one may remain undefeated into the M6 knockouts. Will it be Twisted Minds or RRQ Hoshi?
Right now, Rin's taking some damage, but he's going to be fine. Also, the Kadita, the fact that this comes out at this point in the tournament is great. You know, we've seen previews of this before, but what a fitting way to go ahead and grab a victory if it is RRQ Hoshi. And now Twisted Minds, on the other hand, like what they mentioned, you know, with this, whoa, actually already very aggressive from Rin's. Troll goes in with the Unbreakable.
A good knock up, 3-man Jeet Kune Do. Sutsujin not able to follow up though, and now it's Mike-sama even coming to join the party.
Wow.
But no casualties so far.
No casualties, 2 flickers used though from RRQ Hoshi. Cuffin will take some damage here. He's going to be fine as the mid lane still fighting for control.
Yep, Cho gonna get pulled back, taunted as well by Troll. Concussive Blast doing a lot of damage. Cuffin pulling Edok back one more time, but not quite enough damage to finish him off.
Threading the needle there, Edok. The fact too that, again, he didn't have the flicker. Surprised he was able to go ahead and withstand that. So still, neither team getting the first blood. Still trying to set the pace, and I think that's the thing too, you know, this Moskov Joy pick this time around might work better for Twisted Minds than in the previous one, just because of the fact that they have, you know, their bases covered when it comes to the initiation, when it comes to the front line. They're running a double Revitalize composition too, so they're really trying to extend some of those fights and withstand a lot of that damage that will be kind of bursty early on from RRQ Hoshi, especially with the Kadita. And then you have the 2 Purifies. So they have a lot of sustainability and utility that they can work with this time for game number 3 on RRQ Hoshi. Playing into it, Skylar and, wow, Sano going 1v1.
Yeah, Purify used by Sano, but Skylar showing superior skill. First blood claimed on the Moskov. And now on the Turtle Pit, Sutsujin on top. We're gonna see the blue jump in with the split set up for the rough wave. Troll surviving all of it with the Revitalize and still going in with the passive, still surviving. Sutsujin gets the turtle, Rin's gonna be traded away. Troll still alive after everything, and Direct gonna get pulled back by the Sutsujin one more time. That's gonna be 2 kills for Twisted Minds in the turtle pit. Edok jumps in, gets the knockup. Sutsujin lands on Troll as well, finally picking up the kill his teammates could not get.
They weren't going to let Twisted Minds get all that, and then, of course, not get a kill on top of the turtle that RRQ Hoshi gets. But yeah, you saw it, you know, how surprising it is when you have 2 Revitalizers to be able to go ahead and withstand a lot of that damage and extend those fights. But also in the gold lane, the fact that Skylar gets that 1v1, gets an item a little bit of ahead here, picking up that Corrosive Scythe already, so still also a level ahead against Sano. He's going to have to rely. Sano needs the help of the team to allow himself to get back into this, at least the matchup for a little bit, because right now with Skylar having this advantage against the Moskov and having the notion of, okay, I have momentum in my favor, it's going to be really difficult for Sano to try to go ahead and go face-to-face against a 1-1. And that's not even considering the fact that later on, you know, Skylar, we've seen this earlier in the tournament when he loves to pick this 1-1 and gets the airtime he needs, has items, and just turns fights around. And I guess that's, again, why you have this double Revitalized composition. You want to be able to withstand it, and then the Winter Crowns will come into play later. But still, as Twisted Minds tries to keep things from, you know, getting too out of control, they're working against just a 1,000 gold deficit at this point.
Yeah, I think what RRQ Hoshi is going to be identifying right now is that Skylar has already gotten a much bigger lead in the gold lane than you would have previously expected. They're going to try and extend that pressure over the rest of the map as well. This is already a composition that's very well designed for the one. Oh, hold on, Sano being focused again by Skylar. Actually able to get the crossbow tank, but not quite enough as the AOG comes in. Taunt on Skylar. He cannot connect the crossbow tank. Sano keeping his distance. The rest of RRQ too late to save their gold laner. They'll transition over to the turtle pit instead, but Twisted Minds already in control of it. And they should be able to zone them out and take it.
See what happens. Sutsujin's just around the corner. They're going to fight for it, though. Split already used. Turtle for the taking.
Sutsujin jumps in, steals it away from Twisted Minds, and Toda is kicked away by Edok. Now the split jumps onto Mike-sama. Will they be able to get the pull in? Blade Surge from Sutsujin lands. Troll and Mike-sama, though, so
They're going.
picky. eDOC with the final knock-up, and that's going to set up for an evil quelling as Skylar also picks off Coffin in the mid lane.
Man, earlier on, I was going to say, it was unfortunate Skylar couldn't get the crossbow of Tang off that he was looking for. Very aggressive on it, gets punished, but then later on, after all that fight breaks out for the turtle, he comes in, gets a kill this time, so he's back on track. And Twisted Minds, when they go into these fights around the objectives, it looks like it should be in their favor. They have the proper tools to make it work. But RRQ Hoshi has been pretty good at getting those battle spells out if they need to get the Revitalizers or the Glorious Pathway for one, and even the AOG earlier on because of that gold lane initiation. So that tier 1 turret's going to go down, but top side, Rinse.
Going to get caught out with a taunt. Rough Wave is used defensively just to escape from Twisted Minds. But Electrifying Beats was also committed by Hoda. Now we can see Dyren going to get pulled back, but I don't think either team is looking for a fight right now.
This is what RRQ Hoshi and teams like them love to do here, Safa. Little by little, they'll go ahead and focus down the objectives, whether that's the turtles, whether that's those early turrets down, and even the way they manage the farm, in the jungle and then in the lane. They start to build up on these leads, but before you know it, it's out of control. And with this point, you're at 3K ahead against Twisted Minds, who has a lineup that obviously needs a little bit more time to build up here. It kind of gets difficult in the situation where Twisted Minds has to be able to go and maybe be a little more reactive to what RRQ Hoshi does, because most of the time it's either going to be eDOC that starts those fights or starts those skirmishes up. And with this, the last turtle of the game is going to come up. Troll picks up that Radiant Armor. He's going to need it for the amount of magic damage thrown at him. Mid lane, though, Cuffin also being checked here, and this RRQ Hoshi, they'll get in position. I'm not sure if there's much of a contest here from Twisted Minds, but they might still try, and as Hoda makes his way, but he might be too late.
Rin's gonna get pulled back, but here comes the stun from Dyren. They're gonna be able to get away with the Dragon on Troll as well, and Crossbow Tank's already set up. Rough Waves also committed as Skylar takes to the skies and starts doing some damage, but the AOG gonna cancel a lot of it out. Troll's still gonna be taken out though, and Dyren pulling Mike Sama back in. Here comes the Spear of Destruction, but I don't think he wants to commit to it, even though eDOC is low. That is a double kill as RRQ Hoshi take 2 and the turtle.
I think they're going to take more as this tier 1 finally the mid lane goes down, and great usage of this glue pick. Dyren able to go with the split and drag people back right into the fight, right on the mark. Exactly what they needed with the lineup that they have. Twisted Minds really struggling still in the team fight. I mean, looking at the items too, they don't really have that much firepower. You got a Genius Wand here for Hoda, and you're hoping to help, make it work with Cuffin on this Jushin pick. But even so, Sano, 2 items locked in. You see the gold difference between the gold laners. 1,500 up for Skylar right now. He hurts. He's got the Trinity, he's got the Corrosive Sight, DHS, and Malefic Roar. That's enough to go ahead and do damage to even the front line and the sustainability that Twisted Minds brought to this game. And so they need a lot more time to be able to go and actually fight. And that's why Skylar, as aggressive as he's been since the beginning of the game, even when he got punished early on, he's still going to do that. Oh, Spirit Destruction
connects on Skylar, but he has Purify, and now you see the Purify from Sano as well, but you cannot Purify Death. Rough Waves finds him. Crossbow Tank already prepared. Electrifying Beats doing a lot of damage from Hoda on the sideline, but Sisajin still on top of him. They've lost Rins, but they traded for Hoda after killing 3. Double kill for Sisajin. Triple kill as 4 members of Twisted Minds are
There's another.
They're looking for one more. Split the land. Maniac for Sisajin as RRQ Hoshi run over their opponents.
Yeah, that's not what you want to happen if you're Twisted Minds. A maniac for Sutsugen and Skylar as well. And I'm going to commend again Dyren, able to just go and pop off on this glue, even under the turret, drag people back for those secured kills for the team. Just perfect synergy from RRQ Hoshi right now. This game number 3. That'll all get them this Lord as well. First one of the game. Twisted Minds in a position where, they don't even really want to go and fight right now, because even if they do, even if, let's say, they get the perfect setup with an Avatar of the Guardian or, just cutting off the Glorious Pathway, they're outgunned and outfarmed right now. This is going to be very difficult to even defend the base turrets on this first Lord push, as they do try to hold on to this tier 2. Well, Susujin early on. Hold on, pressure already put.
Yep, Tyron trying to jump in, gets CC'd by Coffin, but the Glorious Pathway utilized defensively already as the bottom tier 2 is just gone like that. Skylar
Mike
picks
Sama.
up the crossbow of Tang, gonna commit to it. Revitalize, not gonna keep Mike Sama alive. Mega kill for Skylar as RRQ sets up for the continued Lord push.
RRQ Hoshi wants to do what they did in game 2. They're on track to do it. As all these shields are going to be popped, and now the top turret goes down even before the Lord makes it. A 10,500 gold lead at this point. 10.5 minutes in. They might look to close it out already. Twisted Minds has to come up with a defense of a lifetime to stay in it and to turn things out. They'll clear out the Lord, but the bottom turret's going to be worked on. And finally, they do clear out the Lord, but base turrets will all be down and exposed, and Mike Samad jumps on in, trying to cut them off.
Comes out, electrifying beats on top of Dyron, but he's surviving all of it, even flickers out with the split, the glue, everything. And now RQ, it's go time, godlike streak for Susujin. Troll is gone. Twisted Minds with the 4v5 defense. They're trying to hold off the minion waves. Able to do a good job clearing them out the flicker. Jikundo with the dragon into the unstoppable streak. Legendary for Susujin. Skylar picking up one of his own. Only one minion left. Twisted Minds will finally take it out. Sano taking the Spear of Destruction, but not enough damage yet to punish RQ. They are still 5-man strong. Dyron jumps in. E-Dog jumps in. Sano trying his best, but he cannot stop them. They have attended every M-Series playoff to date, and they will continue doing so as RRQ Hoshi make it to the next stage.
What a performance coming out here at RRQ Hoshi. Game 2 and Game 3. Game 3 even faster than Game 2 at 11 and 08.